Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Just going to do a wee update on a couple of big breaking stories regarding Celtic transfers and one or two other little stories and rumours regarding players who are potentially leaving Celtic or potentially coming to Celtic over the next couple of weeks in the transfer window. Before we crack on with the actual video, please do consider clicking that subscriber button. Very close to 800 subscribers now. It would be nice to pass that in time for the Hibs match on Sunday. Do click that like button if you like the video, and do feel free to pop your comments into the comment section regarding this video, the potential transfers in and out, and any other burning Celtic issues of the moment. So, just in the last hour or so, Celtic apparently have launched an £8 million bid for Adam Idah of Norwich. It's thought that Norwich's asking price is a package that adds up to £8 million. The thought is that the £8 million package involves a basic initial fee plus add-ons and sell-on clauses. This is a second bid from Celtic. Apparently, Celtic launched a £4.5 million plus add-on and clauses bid a few weeks ago, which was rejected by Norwich, but Celtic have now come in with that £8 million offer. It's thought that Adam Idah is desperate to come to Celtic, and it's now thought that Norwich will be willing to accept that £8 million bid total package, and Celtic and Norwich are in final negotiations over the deal, and hopefully in the next few days that will be all tied down, and Idah then will come for his medical and signing with Celtic hopefully early next week, or potentially even sooner if things go remarkably quickly. I am a wee bit sceptical about the total package of £8 million for Adam Idah. I think his total value probably is nearer the £6 or £7 million, but I think as this is such an important position for Celtic to fill for both the Scottish games and the European games, I think going a wee bit over the odds is perfectly reasonable. So hopefully that all does eventually get finalised over the next few days. The stories regarding Matt O'Reilly have not really moved on terribly much over the last 24 hours. There were a couple of headline stories coming out of Italian football sites saying that Brighton and Celtic had agreed a 25 million euros plus add-ons package. This has not been picked up or confirmed by the usual reliable sources such as Sky Sports Football, Fabrizio Romano, or several other transfer experts, and so it remains as speculation. However, it is thought that the 25 million euros plus add-ons has potentially triggered Atalanta to come in back into the market, although currently they are negotiating a couple of different transfers into the club. It was thought briefly that Facundo Buonanotte, the Argentinian 19-year-old, could have been a part of a package with O'Reilly going to Brighton and Buonanotte coming to Celtic. However, he now appears destined to be going to Leicester on a one-year loan. And it would appear that Brighton did not want Buonanotte to leave England. And so I think the story of him coming to Celtic was a no-go. Another player linked to Celtic is Bojan Miovski. Now appears that Aberdeen and Girona are deep in talks. It's thought that Miovski is very soon going to be signing for Girona. who of course are in Spain and are one of the Spanish clubs in the Champions League. And so it does look like Miovski has got his wishes, as in previous interviews he'd said he didn't want to stay in Scotland, he wanted to move to mainland Europe. And so obviously moving to a Champions League team in Spain is obviously a dream move for Miovski. Another player off to Spain who has been linked to Celtic is Scott McKenna. He signed a 3-year deal today with Las Palmas, and so he is no longer a player who may be coming to Celtic. Interestingly, Celtic are said to be looking at another Scotland international squad member who is currently a free agent, Liam Cooper, the 32-year-old ex-Leeds defender who was released by Leeds at the end of his contract in the summer, has been a regular member of Scotland's squad, 19 caps at full international level, and doubles up as a centre-back, a right centre-back, and can also play at right-back. He would give Celtic quite a degree of flexibility and obviously experience, although I am a wee bit sceptical about him coming to Celtic, and I'm not sure that he would be quite the right fit for the Celtic way of playing. However, there is another centre-back who is set to be back on Celtic's target list. That is Flavius Daniliuc, the 23-year-old Austrian international, currently playing for Salernitana in Serie A. He has a €5 million, which is a £4.3 million release clause. It's thought that Como, who have recently been promoted to Serie A, are looking to bolster their squad, and they are thought potentially to be a bidder for Daniliuc, but not until later in the window. Celtic are said to be keeping an eye on any moves for Daniliuc, and there are several sites and sources suggesting that Celtic are preparing a €5 million, £4.3 million bid for Daniliuc. We have done a previous video on Daniliuc a few weeks ago, prior to the European Nations tournament, where he was representing Austria. He looks a very, very good, mobile, pacey defender, good in the air, very good at distributing the ball, able to step forward out of defence into midfield, also able to play at right back very capably. And I thought myself, when we were looking at him a few weeks ago, that he looked like an ideal player to come to Celtic. And I think a €5 million, £4.3 million deal would be a very good option for Celtic. I think he brings all the right kinds of defensive skills that Celtic need. Young defender as well, full international, and I think he and Cameron Carter-Vickers would form a very good partnership in central defence. Few other transfer stories out there that I don't think have any real mileage to them. It is said that Celtic are looking to bring in on loan two very promising young Liverpool players. Ben Doak, who of course up until 18 months ago was a Celtic academy player, who then left for Liverpool on a compensation deal. Doak is just getting back from a significant knee injury, which caused him to miss his chance to be in the Scotland squad in Germany for the Euro Nations. The other player is another midfielder called Bobby Clark, who is very much one of England's up-and-coming potential star midfielders. There are a couple of stories linking those two players to loans to multiple different teams, such as Celtic, Rangers, many of the English Championship sides, both also being potentially loaned to Red Bull Salzburg in Austria. I personally am rather sceptical regarding Celtic wanting to take Ben Doak back on loan, and bringing Bobby Clark to Celtic, as both would be simply loans with no purchase clause at the end. And so, in essence, we would be improving two of Liverpool's potential future stars without really getting anything for it other than their game time for one season. So I am very sceptical that's going to go through for either player. So that finishes things off for today's video. It does look like Celtic are in the process of making an £8 million bid for adding Idah. And so just to finish all things off for today, quick reminder just to click that subscribe button. Try and push the numbers past 800 for the weekend. That would be brilliant. Do feel free to click that like button, and do pop your pleasant, polite, debating discussion points into the comment section, and you can have a nice chat, debate, discussion amongst like-minded Celtic fans. And so, until tomorrow, goodbye and hail, hail.